Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. So we are, it's turn 91 and I don't really have a plan for ending the game. A lot of this game sort of came down to me struggling to get a hold of the faction mechanics in a kind of an unusual situation, and that has not been great for us. But we're pretty close to being able to build another arc. And we have food growth in Bria such that we're actually getting population pretty quickly. We'll fill up our arcs pretty fast. So I think actually what we need to do is pursue the next system upgrade so that we can get a little bit more space on our arcs. So the mercenaries and heroes section of the art marketplace is not really something that we've pushed for too hard in the past. Maybe that's a mistake, because heroes are pretty powerful. Governor heroes are very, very powerful in this game. There's also commercial frameworks. We actually have more than one system now, so this is meaningful. There's something to be said for gas planet colonization as well, although I don't think we have any gas planets. What do we have? We have an ash world. We're moving to a place where we can colonize everything. What's around us that still isn't colonizable? Ice. Jovanis has one. Ice as well. So yeah, gas giant colonization is looking like it's not that important for us this game. Ice, okay. Everything around us that's not inhabitable right now is ice. Which is here, right? Yeah. Well, let's get system upgrades so that we can keep pushing our population, our incredibly powerful, extremely excellent population. I mean, I guess we picked these up, right? Those seem pretty okay. Alright, we're gonna push to this side with those guys and see what's up. Yeah, I'm not sure how you're really supposed to play these guys. I definitely feel like I was supposed to be more aggressive in the early game, and part of it is just that I sort of was. My early game growth was a little bit stymied by the fact that I did not get my essence under control fast enough. Alright, so let's grab this. We immediately want to... Wow, starting industry is real good. Get Xeno-industrial infrastructure this quickly. Actually, we should probably do that first, right? Because we're effectively getting this benefit 3 times right away. We could spend some of our dust on this. Trade Company HQ is 20k. I mean, this place could be up and running really quickly. It's like, if I want to do all this stuff... Right, if we just put a little bit of dust into significantly raising... Yeah, because all of the planets are colonized right away, so we're getting... You get the raw plus 30 off of this immediately. And actually, that's all we get. Oh no, this planet's temperate, so we get another plus 10. Yeah, that seems really powerful. And then throw these on there as well. Actually, those should probably be earlier. Yeah, let's put them right here, right after the modernization. Alright, somebody's close to winning the game. Yeah, I believe that. It's turn 92. It's time for all good empires to start closing the game out. So I think we want to make one more arc before we try to like spend anything on pushing population here. Hopefully that's sensible. I mean, let's just go over here and have a look. I'm curious what the system is like that's over here. Is it their home system? Alright, so you guys are converted. You guys are converted. Sorry, brainwashed. It's a small difference. Alright, so if we turn on the thing on Akamar, we probably... Wow. Really? Okay. I mean, we're not going to cap right now, so I guess we do this. Because, like, where do I want my trade company to be built? I kind of want it to be built here, right? So you do that for a turn. And you make sure that we get our arc next turn. Wow, yeah, you end up with a ridiculous amount of essence in the later game. This seems very powerful. I think I've gotten here an unusual understanding of the way that this economy usually works. I don't think this is the normal thing.
Horatio's plans for this.
Yes, yeah, I know you're worried, and you like me, and also you're worried. Okay, so they have 125 soldiers and 42 tanks. Oh, you know what? I did not. We researched tanks. I didn't rebalance my stuff. So I'm not 100% sure like what the best thing to do is here. Going hard on tanks gives you really great damage against infantry, in addition to just pretty good damage, but you're a lot less resilient, right? Like, let's upgrade both of these. We cannot do this. We can do this. There's no sense really pushing for this thing, I think. Oh, no, actually, we don't have any titanium, even. So these guys are 15... So they're 3 times as expensive as infantry. They don't do 3 times as much damage. The average infantry damage per whatever damage tick, right, is 7.5, while here it's 12.5. But it's actually more like 18 against infantry particularly. So I guess we do go pretty heavy on the tanks, right? Screw it. What if we want all tanks? As long as the enemy doesn't have any planes, I think this ends up being pretty good. Really wish we could upgrade this stuff a little bit more. We have no sources of antimatter. Okay, and that did change the manpower that's actually already on our ships all into tanks. So they have a lot of people. We don't have any A2S slugs. Oh, I should have retrofitted for that. Well, we still will do some damage by holding them down. Let's get some more stuff. Actually, are we good approval-wise? Yeah. So no need to take approval skills. I guess let's just get dust. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Trade Company HQ is finished. We need to get some of our brands going. We're pulling 5 titanium per turn now. And the first pull will be when we hit end turn here. So let's just give them a couple of turns worth of things to do until we're ready to start building ships. Eventually they will run us off here. I want to build my trade company subsidiary. Now let's just rush it. I don't want to spend any time on it. Get that trade company up right away. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. We should do research. Well, we have sources of... Oh no, we do have a source of antimatter, so we need to take Ukdun next. And the antimatter is on the one world we don't have yet. So Ash is this tech? Yeah, let's pick that up. And then grab these. What are our incomes? We're taking in 4 deciduous trees, 2 dark glitter, 2 Eden incense, 3 gossamer. Make influence out of your star system trade value. That's actually pretty interesting. Defense capacity on system, I don't love. And, like, I like industry, and I've never said this before, but do we maybe have enough industry? The thing is, if we put Jedonics in the level 3 modernization, it's going to be a real pain to level up newly placed arcs. So maybe for this one we do something like that, just make our second upgrade super high influence. Okay, and it only takes 20 Gossamer, as the higher tier resources seem to require less. Okay. Yeah. Once we produce this arc, we can get back on the really, really deep essence production. They're building ships to counter us. I think I can't. I can see that there's a ship. I think I can't see the stats of ships that are in their hangar. This ship is out in the open, though. And it was projectile. So well suited to doing damage to us, not well suited to surviving our attacks. Ooh. That was a nice thing to find. So we discovered that, and... okay, the Gossamer. Sure, so... that'll give us enough to push level 3 modernization, get another population upgrade, and then get to making that essence, man. Yeah, I think it took a long time for me to, like, fully grasp everything, but now we're really online. So what else is interesting from a system standpoint? Because the thing is, I want to take, like, plus industry, right? But the system that Varb is in is going to be spending a lot of time converting dust into essence, which actually makes your industry not matter at all. Even so, when it's time to build stuff, we will want to be able to build it as efficiently as possible. Alright, we're going to meet this guy by having our influence circle just completely take his stuff over. That's fine, that's a way to conquer, you know? We're still working towards the important skill with Enav. Are you not... why are you not leeching? Okay. So this one goes to Ukta, because we need to set up our the rest of our resources. What are the things we have in Ukta? Right, ice. I knew that. So after we get these techs, we'll be one tech off of pursuing level 4 system development, but also we don't really have any luxuries to speak of for the moment. So this would maybe be a good time to back off of that research part, that portion of the tree for a moment. And let's go pick up wave function control. Do we want to grab machine bacteria on the way? Yeah. It's got a world type attached to it. And having it will slightly reduce the, we're getting robbed. Slightly reduce the cost of the thing we actually want to research. Yeah, they keep stopping. But it's crazy, because I know we're not getting anywhere near running out the population, because they're actually having births very rapidly while we are while we're abducting them. We've managed to wear 3% off of the garrison's defense since we arrived, so that's pretty great. Bria is going to have to make us some ships. Now that we have some resources, let's get some medium-sized ships going. So last we saw, their medium-sized ships are projectile. So let's make ours energy weapons and hull plating, right? Fortunately, we have some good energy weapons. We're going really hard on the weapons. And then we should probably, like... just having A2S slugs on one ship is maybe not amazing. Definitely want to run this. Are any of these defense/support slots? They're not. So, like, I want to run the damage module pretty badly. That's an offense/support. Nah, we'll be fine. This isn't like the Cravers where I intend to just, like, rampage across 100 systems, and so every one of them needs to fall immediately. So how about... Wow, one turn, huh? Yeah, just make me a couple, you know? This is actually valuable now. Well, valuable is a strong word, but it does something now. Oh, hey, we're actually down to happy. Let's go ahead and slip this in there. You know what? We'll put it on at the end. Alright, 1037, so we'll have another arc in 2 turns. There's a lot of territory to pick up. We've been very, very lax. Alright, the time has come for violence against our poor leecher. Really, it's just a shuttle. It's just this one pirate ship. Well, the leechers are not really that significant a portion of our income anymore. A lot less concerned about them than I once was. You know, that seems very good. It's 2 points, it goes up to plus 80? Like, I really want you to get to Infallible Authority, but maybe pulling you off and putting you in the fleet for a while would be a good idea. Okay, well, they're running from something. Let's take advantage. So they want to fight at short range, we want to fight at long range. Yeah, I don't know what they just fled from, but that ship was all torn up when it got here. That's just poor sportsmanship. I'm trying to kill my crew. Oh yeah, we have a faction quest. Should build a scout somewhere. And by build, of course, I mean purchase. Okay, so we have antimatter income established. Are we actually on the world that has the... Okay, we are. We should probably search this. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that. We can build it. So let's head out to here. You guys need to get a move on as well. I think we can take them. Just try to stay at long range. %, now. Still a lot of work to do. Okay. Let's do this and this. Yeah, we don't really need to be paying the upkeep for that. So what is my system? Alright, we're up to 12 systems that we can inhabit with no penalty. Yeah, definitely need to get there. Our resource output is fantastic. If we had 12 systems, we would definitely be winning. What's up? We did what? Oh. We contributed. 100 adamantium. That's pretty cool. Okay, Bria is being manipulated. Oh hey, look at that. So some of this fleet is pretty torn up already. They're 100% short range. They have energy weapons and projectile shields, which is the worst possible balance against us. So yeah, let's go deep on shield absorption. You know what, we're going to watch this one. Just because I want to. So they do have a flagship. They do have more total stats than we do, which is part of what's represented here. I'm curious to see how this turns out. I don't like that this flotilla starts at medium range. Give me the overhead camera. Let's skip to the action. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit more and get the individual ship overlays. I'm just kind of curious like how quickly we're burning them. Yeah, we're taking extra damage. They have a morale bonus because they have more flotillas than we do. But it doesn't really seem to be helping them that much. This over here is a little bit more even. We have a defensive ship, they have a defensive ship. Actually, this is 2 defensive ships who for some reason are not being targeted. But now that this flotilla has cleared their targets, they can throw in, and that's going to be the end of that. Yeah, that is really bad news for them. They have to stop bringing in injured fleets. I assume they're losing battles with the Cravers. And they're trying to find a safe place to hide, but there's no place left in their empire that's safe anymore. We took essentially no damage there. Obviously, let's finish the job. Alright, we actually have pretty good manpower production because of the fact that we still have 2 minor factions contributing manpower to us constantly. That's very helpful. Yeah, this is really unfortunate for them. It's just a matter of them getting overwhelmed by the other war they're fighting.
Your actions and words do not bring...
I don't know who he's at war with, but it feels like not my problem. I noticed that he did lose the vines that were here. So whatever planet is down here maybe got taken. So could we just walk over here and drop an arc, since they're brainwashed and everything? Maybe. Alright, after we pick up this, we may want to go grab... Oh, wait a minute. Do we not have the Pacific conversion tech? We don't. It's usually right here, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a shame. I was thinking that that was going to go really well. Okay. New arc. What do we want next? I mean, Jovanis has a lot of resources. What's the planet on Jovanis that's not ice? Right. It's all ice. They're all ice. Alright, once the medium-sized ships get here, we're going to have a pretty overwhelming number of tanks. We might just deploy our manpower then. Sure, population for minor, this is not my concern. Minor populations will grow, or they won't. Whatever, I don't care. Okay, we discovered some amianthoid. Oh, I should probably be doing population system upgrades, right? We're actually not bringing in the materials quickly enough. What is our rate of gain on Eden Blossoms? It's pretty low. Yeah. Getting some from this. Man, maybe I should have put extra engines in the ships. Because this is taking forever. And not that I'm particularly worried, it's just taken forever. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to these top-tier religious laws now. And we have a ton of influence per turn, and we're not even using it. Let's figure out a law structure that makes sense. How close are we to being able to maintain ecstatic without the 20 from Toys for Boys? This system is at 130 positive minus 5. This system is at, yeah, some huge amount. Is this the new one? No, minus 80 from planets. Okay, well the planet type is minus approval, and then we also have a minus approval anomaly here. Same here. Okay. Yeah, that's all stuff that has to get dealt with. Why don't we, build you some approval? At least we're not having actual mutinies. But, so the answer is... Toys for Boys is really important in a couple of places and not very important in a lot of other places. Approval rating as forced to content is... That's certainly a solution. Huh. +2 approval on systems. Is that supposed to be per citizen, or... Because it seems like basically no effect. Ah, we do have a way of converting people. So we probably don't want to bother with this until our influence circle is actually over there. We should probably put it on right now. Losing 20% science seems pretty bad. I'm gonna abolish Toys for Boys. We're just gonna fix the we're just gonna fix the approval of that system some other way. We might have to do some actual terraforming this time. What is this? It's a damaged spirit. We can definitely one-on-one that with our brand. Okay, so what's next? Actually not sure. So how do I want to win the game? We could, of course, just like lean into the economic victory. That might work. We could lean into the science victory, where our tech rate is pretty high and our economy is kind of in the toilet right now. Not like super bad, but not great. Maybe we just go hard on science? I was going to try to win in a more aggressive fashion, but it's taken me so long to get my stuff going that I don't think that's really an option anymore. I don't think we'll win the game fast enough. Yes, tendrils of the church. That sounds lovely. Let's research the tendrils of the church. Everything about these guys gives me a sort of an oily feeling. Alright, so are we currently converting dudes? Will automatically be applied when it reaches 100%. That's 20% Pacific conversion rate. Does this require you to have the normal Pacific conversion tech, I guess? I was hoping that it would allow the thing to happen no matter what, but it's looking like that maybe is not the case. Yes, very slowly. This one shuttle is going to destroy my leecher. You know what? Fine. I'm leaving. Okay, that guy ran. Because we really, really do not need the essence from that anymore. Alright, so how can we make these people happier? Well... We can move one of our heroes over. Because we do have heroes with, what do you call it? Wait, let's pop this out. We do have heroes with approval abilities. Let's merge those up and merge these up. Alright, so my fleet's manpower is now 68 tanks plus 27 tanks. Honestly, let's wait until the other ship gets here before we start invading. I'm just going to go super hard on these guys. The trait we would get from them is doubled infantry troops. Ooh. That might cause me to rebalance my thing a little bit. So what traits do we have right now? Okay, we don't have any other. Huh. Wow, it does not cost very much to make them just give us a unit of population for us to crack open and drink. I would have thought that would be more difficult. Alright, so here on Kairos we are producing a hell of a lot of resources per population unit. Yeah, so I guess it kind of looks like we just don't have access to Pacific conversion even with that law. It's a little strange that the Peace and Prayer Act is the party that these guys are always going to have easy access to and just has no effect for them. We'll leave it in place like one more turn here and see if it... Yeah, no, I don't see the little thing that indicates how long it will be until you convert them. So it looks like it just doesn't work for us. That's a shame. You have a heavily damaged spirit. That'll be easy enough to deal with. Yeah, we're whittling them down. So 47 tanks plus 65 tanks. We're pretty close to their, like, we're above their amount of manpower, but you have to remember that they're going to use conscription every turn, which makes things a little bit more complicated. So yeah, it looks like this law doesn't work for us. Our faction just does not have access to that mechanic. It's a shame. So what do we want to run? Plus 20 approval per war on systems is 40 approval. It doesn't hurt our science, and it's more effective. Has a cost and influence that is honestly pretty insignificant. Yeah. Alright, let's run that for a little while. Until we can find another way to fix things. Okay, yeah, it's got you up to content and you up to happy. Oh hey, we unlocked the hero section of the marketplace. We should buy heroes. There's no particular reason that we can't have a hero in every system, right? This is a good way of fixing that. So obviously we buy the Vodyani hero first. We should probably put the heroes in the places where we're building stuff. We're building big stuff soon. There's a lot of XP to be had. Okay, you guys need to... and just head down this way, I guess. We have to get over here. We have to send a level 5 or higher hero to explore that system. Well, I'll feel a lot more confident about that once I know what's actually over there. So Adana has a lot of science and stuff. Not a lot of other things going on. No resources to speak of. But honestly, I may end up doing a science victory here. So a lot of science might be just what the doctor ordered. Oh, we've temporarily run out of titanium. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, we're becoming a real resource outputting powerhouse. I did it. I had to feel like nobody else was going after that, because if they were, they definitely would have gotten it. Yeah, we got the skill that matters. There's not really a ton of extra stuff to pick up here. Definitely want to pick up the system upgrade here. We have a lot of extra points of stuff we could be harvesting. Okay, so there's more Riftborn stuff down here. Hey look, a civilian ship. Get it. Wow, civilian transport fleets are getting really valuable. Oh hey, they have planes. Well, that's annoying. So with them having planes, we might want to switch our troop breakdown back up a little bit. Infantry does a lot of bonus damage against planes. You can buy this as well. $25 and $25. Like, what? Let's go look at the marketplace cost of strategics. Okay, there's not really any antimatter to speak of. Not even actually any titanium. Huh. Well, now we know the relative value of the A2S slugs. We knew how good they were before, but we didn't know how bad it was going to be without them before. So 58.45. Yeah, I mean, we're having a really hard time bringing back any ships that can fight us. So I don't feel that I'm under a huge amount of pressure. But I also would like to get this conflict over with. Have I actually properly met this player yet? Okay, they're Sophons. Howdy. I think you should give me all of your systems. Let's see if they will map share. They will. A hospitable, if dry planet, rich in natural resources, Bugeli served as the base for endless research stations that were built in its orbit. I think we've seen this one before. So they've mapped out most of the Unfallen stuff. I was kind of hoping that they would have more of this available.
All right. We're not inviting you into the labs yet.
Yeah. Oh, hey, no. I did not issue that order. Come on. What is this? Why can't I click on this? Hey, you. Destroy these civilian fleets so that I can see what that is. Okay, it's something in the hangar, that's why. I guess I missed my right click very slightly. Well, I suppose we just, like, fire some probes looking for another thing to fly toward. So we've got to reveal a path that gets us over here. Okay. One more turn of essence production gets us the arc that will take Fidus. Alright, is there any place where we need to... Yeah, actually, pretty much everywhere. We need to manually push the population up for a bit. Well, I guess we'll keep building other stuff. And after Akamar is done with the arc, it'll get us back to heavy essence production. They want to give me 980 dust. I do not want that deal. I do want this thing to be over, but we can take away their home system first. Yeah. We have this huge amount of influence. I should be using it for something, but I don't even know what to do with it. If we can't convert people's civilizations, man. What are we... convert people's systems, rather. What are we supposed to do with all of this influence? And this is probably one of those things where it's going to be like, I'm just missing something really obvious, and it will turn out, no, we totally can convert people. Get back over there and make that happen. Why is this leecher not... I could have sworn I had told him to just come over here. Alright, so... That's a pretty good skill. Doesn't really do anything where we are. I guess we can take this and stop paying this hero's upkeep, but that's like a pretty minor expenditure. Alright, our science is getting pretty fierce. We're about to be able to refit our arcs with some very cool stuff. Wow, yeah, just like make all this science happen. Alright, so when we get Tendrils of the Church, we'll redesign the arc. And then apparently, in order to get the arc to apply the new stats, you have to disengage it and re-engage it. So we're going to have to do that to all of our arcs. Which is a little bit annoying. It definitely does not need to work that way.
actions and words.
Who are you at war with, anyway? Is it the Sophons? It is the Riftborn. Oh yeah, I know how those guys are. And also the Sophons. Alright, let's do it. Let's rumble. She's bringing in energy ships now. Alright, well, our fighters are still energy defenses. So we'll go power to the shields. Okay, Rack's doing their job. Is it time to deliver? It might be. Here, let's grab one of these brands, break it off, and merge it into this fleet, so that we have a full-size fleet here. And man, we are not finding anything of value. At least from here, we might actually be able to hit Wrath with a probe. Okay, 1731 essence per turn coming out of the capital. That's pretty good. And actually, I think we have to be a little bit careful about disengaging the arcs. We want to do it while they're not in the middle of producing something, I think. Hey, check it out. It's the ice planets of Hath. Yeah, I mean, the whole galaxy is going to be within my influence sphere, eventually. And we're not going to be able to use that for anything cool. Alright. Hey, universe, produce more dust. Sure, we will. That is the second economy notification for the Cravers. We might have to actually do something about them. I was planning on just being incredibly lazy and ending up with another internal victory, but we may have to go pick on the Cravers. So we'll pick up Genius of the Endless. These guys are down to 74%. I think this is the time. I think we can do this now. Preemptively bomb them. We can build some more ships. Yeah, remember, we have a lot of dudes coming in every turn. They're losing dudes to conscription and to the preemptive bombing, so the planet's going to get less able to defend itself. We'll have Bria bring in troop transports, actually. We could totally make some troop transports. That's probably a good idea. Okay, so let's redesign the Ark real quick. We now have access to better versions of all of our modules. So let's switch to support. Okay. Wow, plus 10%, huh? So it goes from 10 science to 25 science plus 10% of all science. So let's go yes. Yes. And then actually, how much... do we want to skip that then, maybe? Like the, go to almost tithe or something? Because the essence gained from these modules is really, really small. We're getting the, getting all of our essence from tithe, basically, so... yeah, we could do this. Okay, so like here... I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen here. Disengage. Upgrade. Re-engage. Okay, nothing really changed. It made me a little nervous. Yeah, we lost and then gained some things. The Ark itself seems to have the influence, maybe? So it's possible that It's possible that there's some kind of influence games to be played. Oh no, that's why you don't have Pacific conversion, I bet. Is because otherwise you could disconnect your arc from your, like, your built-up one from the center, move it to the edge of your empire, and then take over a bunch of planets really quickly. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, Pacific conversion doesn't make any sense for us because we have to have an arc everywhere anyway. Alright, so I reconfigured things a little bit. I gained science output, and so now it takes an extra turn to research this. I think this is maybe not calculated 100% correctly. Okay, it went down to 6, yeah. So should we make an arc to move to Lonica? Alright, just keep bombing them. Alright, we have access to a new trading company. It's a good use of all that money we've been saving up. Alright, so these places are going to need to produce population. I guess let's buy population in a lot of places, right? We have a lot of smaller arcs. Yeah, let's move these all to the top of the queue so that we can do it again next turn. Alright, so in a couple of turns we'll have, oh, the ship's building up here. We should be fighting these. I really wish I could rearrange this. I want the largest fleet to be at the top. Okay, let us air battle. Yeah, see, it's dangerous to let them build up. We start losing our advantage. Alright, so we lost a lot of ships there. They lost a little bit worse than we did. But we're deep in their territory. It's easier for them to rebuild. It's going to take a little while for us to get some ships over here. That's definitely what Bria's going to start doing, though. So they're mostly energy now. Let's redesign the ships a little bit. I think we still want to go bullets over rockets. I think we probably need to research some new weapons modules, though. You guys are actually fine with your energy shielding. We'll replace that with this. Oh no, I need this. Okay, so let's build up some new ships. Oh, hey, cool. Nope, I am still refusing the desire for peace. I won't be a party to it. Alright, we still don't have the money to purchase another hero, but we have been handed another hero for free, so that's pretty cool. I never remember what the different minor faction trees do. This one's not so good. This one is better. That said, I mean, it's so hard not to just take Vodyani heroes all the time. Especially Vodyani heroes that will get to be leaders of Senate parties that are currently in control. So, what is a system that doesn't have a leader that could have a leader? Yeah, this one will be fine. Alright, finally. Man, they are really conscripting hard. I wonder if they're, like, using the chain gang thing? Let's disrupt their population a little bit while we're here. I don't know my action point. I wonder if it's... Huh. I wonder if it's feasible to build an arc for military purposes? Like... They're pretty big and dangerous. Maybe that would be a thing to do with all this essence. So right now I'm going to keep proliferating. But we're only going to have need for proliferation so many times, right? Oh, actually, we should make sure that we have an arc available for when Lynx falls so that we can go over there. I mean, I guess I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The ground battle is actually not going to be trivial to win. Alright, we're bringing fresh men.
Planning. You don't want to hurt us harmless sophons, do you?
Listen, if you guys want an alliance, propose one. I do not have time to manage both ends of our domestic affairs. My one empire is going badly enough, thank you. I cannot believe how bad we are at getting titanium. And what a big problem that has turned out to be. Yeah, the A2S slugs are made of titanium too, shoot. I guess we just, you know, produce lots of dudes. Can we buy... No, antimatter and titanium, the things that we're bottlenecked on, are not widely available. Other people might be bottlenecking on them. It's possible. So you are a counselor. Yeah, sure. We'll take a Riftborn counselor on. Alright, well... There's not really much to do at this point, other than... wait. Wait for ships to get where they're going. Wait for my influence to slowly spread over the entirety of the galaxy. We actually have almost half of the galaxy within our, our influence circle. Alright, hold on. I'll be right with you. Let me finish managing all these heroes first. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a military arc. So you guys head for the front. Oh, I have to actually... Why are you not... There we go. I don't know why it was so difficult to select them. So let's make a new ship. Wait, which one of these things is an arc? Oh, we can't make a new archetype. We just have to edit this one. That's strange. Right, because we can put some big-ass guns on this thing. Look at the size of it. So they're all energy shields right now. And if we went, like, just real basic slugs, the size of the weapon emplacements matters. So we're getting 47 DPS out of a 6 DPS thing here. And then we can replace some of these modules with weapon modules, or with, not weapons, but with stuff like this. Although again, we're under a little bit of a titanium crunch. But this ship is huge. We want to go with energy defenses. You know, we can leave these things on. Man, we really need some better weapon modules. So let's make an Arc 4 right here. And we'll send that to help the fight. Let's see if that works, because at this point, we're pulling in really a huge amount of essence. Okay, these guys are up. They're up to energy again. So, yeah, a lot of the ships that we have here are just not well suited to the fight. If we try to retreat, nobody will get away, so we may as well just... Alright, just go to Lanica and stop, I guess. Alright, well, the genius of the Endless now is ours. Maybe we should take peace from the Riftborn, because... Really? 200 Voidstone is the reward for that? That's terrible. We really do have to do something about the Cravers, probably. I mean, on the whole, this war was a victory. We managed to push them off of Adana and eventually claim it for ourselves. We took a lot of stuff from them. A lot of, like, dust and whatnot by destroying their civilian transports. Maybe we just call it a win. This actually is probably pretty useful here. Antimatter is a thing we need a lot of. Okay. And it's not like we don't have the influence necessary to negotiate something pretty serious. Huh. Wait, why do I have a question mark here? I definitely know the Riftborn. We've been fighting for a really long time. I can see some of their ships right now, actually. What is... I can't try to talk to him. What is going on? Well, that's strange. So... I mean, I guess we just plan to push science really hard? Like, we're almost We're almost to Wealth of the Endless. So they're 15% resources. Probably what we actually do is take one of these troop damage things. Either troop damage or troop health. Probably troop damage. That'll get us to another endless tech. For now, move to here. Oh, there's a... Hold on a second. Come back and obliterate this asshole. It's a single scout ship. Oh, hey, look. When we get back to full essence, maybe we just send a ship over there. Build an arc and send it over there. Let's put this up. Actually, let's put this at the top. Population slots. Okay. Just waiting for these probes to resolve, get somewhere useful. I really wish that the arc that is inhabiting a world could prevent blockades. I guess that would mean that nobody could ever attack us until they have enough firepower to disrupt an arc, which is a serious amount of firepower. It's probably not actually a good design, but I'm just frustrated is all. So wait, where are you? You're on Ukta. What is Ukta's current... Pretty unhappy. Alright, let's work toward changing that. Alright. So let's have at you. You are a long-range energy craft. We are now short-range ballistic craft. So I guess turtle is the way to go. Really? He was able to do all that damage before we were able to close to medium? Seems... Apparently I needed to watch that battle. I didn't figure it was going to be a big deal. Alright, so we have fabrication license. 4 turns to this. Yeah, I mean, we're not actually that many turns off of just winning a science victory. Maybe all my concern about war is futile. And honestly, maybe it doesn't... Maybe the Craver thing is irrelevant because I don't have the time to disrupt them anyway.
We are coming.
Yeah, could you not? Here, we'll give you something. You want 15,000 dust? You want some purple crystals? Everybody loves purple crystals. You want a scary tiny black hole? He doesn't. Well, then you don't get it then. How about all these void stones that I just found? They fell off the back of a truck. Okay, done. Leave me alone.
Satisfactory.
Because this was going to be very annoying. I mean, should we also pursue a truce with the Riftborn? Lynx is already built back up to full defense. Yeah, maybe this is tedious nonsense and we should just send this ship over to Hydrus. Although this is another... This might not even happen. Well, 16 turns. We probably don't end the game in 16 turns. Okay, so I think there's a pretty good shot of me winning this game now. Just through having out-economied the enemies. But I definitely... This is definitely a game where I did it wrong. So we can put down an arc on Launica, right? And just make this one of ours? I think. Let's try it. I mean, we may as well put the industry buildings at the top where they will have the largest total effect. Video's getting pretty long, but I'm actually thinking that the end of the game might be really soon. Actually, Akamar can probably stop doing this, because we have some stuff. No, never mind. I was going to say we have some stuff that we could build, but we actually really don't. We can make this. I just need more antimatter all the time. I need more antimatter and, not this, sorry. More antimatter and titanium, and there's none on the marketplace. Yes, fine. Fine, fine. Turns out that this war is boring. Alright, so what are we gonna do about Ukta? Ukta's in a little bit of a spot now. We should refiddle our government, because us or them is no longer relevant. Well, we can assume that this doesn't do what it looks like it does. That there is a tooltip error. Maybe we have to wait a turn for it to go into effect, because it's not showing anything right now.
The unfallen watch you, unsure.
An excess of devotion. The Vodyani citizens of your empire have celebrations of their virtual saints, and at certain times expect alms and donations to support their faith. Given the quality and expense of the cloth they wear, and the rigidity of their religion, these donations are not simple or cheap. They are requesting you tithe holy dust to their cause, so gather 600 dust amount, and search the curiosity on Kairos. Alright, well... I have to actually search it with a scout ship? That's annoying. You know what? We don't even need to hold this planet. Just get out of there. I could not care less about that world. Someone else's problem. Actually, that's not entirely true. I do care about it a little bit, don't I? Because I'm about to try to take it over. Yeah, I got into the place again where I just don't have any meaningful stuff to take. Alright, let's see if I can indeed take over a minor faction world that has been brainwashed by my empire. But you know what else we should pick up? Is, this. Actually, is that cheap enough that it's only one turn? Oh, that'll do. We'll put the urgent AI research on in a bunch of our systems, because that's the game that we're playing now. It's a tricky balance with these games. Like, how do you make a military victory not way, way, way slower than the internal economic type victories, while keeping the game interesting for non-military players, right? Because if you make the military victory easier, what you're going to end up with is players accidentally winning military victories, or like the military victory being too powerful in the early game. I get that it's a tough problem. Right, yeah, we still can't add this. We have to actually get a wheel over here and search it the old-fashioned way. How are we doing down here? Have you seen Wrath yet? You have. Okay, well. We can't assign a hero to a place where... Yeah, okay. I was checking this to see if it was possible to assign a hero to an allied star, a fleet orbiting an allied star system. Because if it was, then we could just do that. We could just ally with those guys. So I think what we're going to do is hire this dude. Oh no, it has to be a hero of level 5. Man, why is he level 1? Doesn't he know how good the academy is? He should go back there and train. Well, I mean, we should hire him though. Because we shouldn't have places sitting with no governor if we can have a governor. But I think I don't care enough about this quest to disrupt any of our systems that are actually producing stuff with our high-level heroes. So we might be done with this, I guess. The only thing here is the quest curiosity. And we could send this guy to Hydrus, I guess? I don't know how much it matters. Alright, I need you to just do something else for one turn until the thing is available. You should probably... This will give him a little bit more approval. Sure, I'll pay some Gossamer, that's fine. Alright, they could use some holy proliferation, actually. Well, that's not that important. Whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. So you get autonomous mining, and then our high-level, really developed systems immediately start producing a bunch of extra science instead of all of this industry that is now sort of useless to us. And I think we're going to see the end of this game pretty shortly. The AI might beat us, but they have to do it quickly, no matter what happens. It's not going to be a huge amount more turns. You are under my influence. Just remember that. Yeah, it's weird how the Pacific conversion indicator will only occur for these guys on a thing that nobody could possibly convert. Okay, so this is this. Alright, we have some more trade companies that we could build. But I, honestly don't super care about that. Time has run out without making sure that the population of minor civilizations in the Empire doubled, or in the universe doubled. Seems like kind of a strange goal, honestly. I mean, we don't really need the militarists in charge anymore, but it doesn't matter who I lend my support to. It's not going to be enough. So we have access to all of the religious laws already, right? There's nothing new to be had here. Yeah. Well... It's true, I actually am pretty close to achieving a science victory. Over here next... Just like bang bang... This and, that, I guess, whatever. What do these actually do? Oh, that's pretty good. When it says targeted CP, I assume what it's talking about is the command point value of the fleet that the ships are currently shooting at. Actually, do you have... Oh, she has 1 point of it. These people are so unhappy. We really gotta... I should have you know, put some effort into reversing the high gravity. Which thing is that? One of these things around here lets us... So this gives us access to higher modules. I thought... Do we just not get... Yeah, ontological revving is supposed to be the thing that lets you purge totally negative anomalies, but I guess we don't actually get that. That's interesting. That's sort of a long-term concern for these guys. Hey, we did it. 20 Hyperium. Thanks. Okay, so out of... Actually, have we hit our collection values here? We did. We got to the plus 5% all resources. We got to the one that matters. Let's take a moment and build this. There's going to be a fair amount of extra science in a place that has a pretty good science multiplier. So really, all we're about right now is the construction of science-y type stuff. Alright, are you allowed to... No, you are not. A space battle is in progress, that's why. Well, handle it, I guess. Oh, I should have watched this. Hold on, I kind of want to see that. I'm just curious what the arcs... what the arcs actually look like in combat. Because it's clear from the 3D model that they're large ships, right? But how large, really, relative to... Let's see if we actually... The answer is very large. How do I... Yeah, that's fairly impressive. They're not actually that good at fighting, but it's a very impressive size difference. Okay, that was all I wanted to see. Look at that, that's a cool looking ship. Jaw. Let's turn the camera up a little bit. Yeah, Jesus, that thing is... The sheer mass of it is terrifying. Okay, 3,000 bonus science, that's cool. 3,000 science is... Yeah, it's not even really a meaningful number relative to our output, honestly. Okay, your thing is whatever, you're done. You are done developing. You are getting close to being well developed. Okay, that was just enough approval to get Ukta calmed down. Although I don't think it's a long-term solution. Oh wait, hold on, we gotta finish this. Right, because I think Ukta's only slightly over the barrier due to, yeah, the 20 approval from Seduce. So... This is probably something that should be a high priority. Let's make sure that system doesn't end up rebelling on us. So no, we can't actually arc a minor civilization under any circumstances. Alright, everybody's got stuff to do. So this'll hit us into the top queue on that tech wedge, that quarter of the tech wheel. These Cravers sure have a lot of ships just sort of floating around in my space. All of this is my space. Everything is my space, as far as the light touches. Alright, that's Red's first notification, so they're not actually anywhere near the victory. Wow, 3 turns to pick this up. That's pretty okay, I guess. But we have so much stuff that affects hero growth. What is this? Okay, that's a lot of approval. That's cool. Let's actually maybe pick that up. No, the building's going to be way too expensive. And yeah, it costs quadranix. Yeah, screw that. So let's grab a couple of things here. You know, whatever. Actually, it should be this. Let's move up into the next tier as efficiently as possible. So, it ends up not being a super late victory. It's going to be like turn 130 or something. A little bit later, probably in the 130s. So, listen, I'm not great at this game, obviously. I don't even know how all the races play yet. We're really, really early in our journey through Endless Space 2. But it does seem like I have at least figured out the basics of making a functional economy. And I say the sort of the broad basics because we've figured out the stuff that works with everybody. I'm not, I think, taking particularly great advantage of any of the unique race mechanics just yet, but we're definitely getting there. I don't know if there's anything we could do that would significantly speed us up at this point. Like, I guess actually, that's silly. We should, of course, be spending our huge dust surplus. Also, we don't have level 2 modernization here, really? That would also speed things up. Alright, well, we're almost caught up to modern science tech in a couple of systems. Okay, Fatia's caught up. There's not really a lot of other stuff I'd like to build here. Let's get urgent AI research going there. We're doing it. What's happening? Oh, we're just fighting pirates. Just keep this arc parked at Lanica and murder pirates as they come out. Alright, Oleg, what do you got? Plus 40% industry is a very good skill. More science, always more science, forever more science. You are so close to having the only skill I care about. Alright, so we just grab stuff at random here. None of this stuff is meaningful. Alright, so in 2 turns we'll be able to put on the final research, and I bet that will not take more than like 3 or 4 turns. Because while, of course, it costs significantly more than the 3rd Endless Research did, we also have considerably more science at this point. Nope. Do not care about you at all in any way. Sorry if that sounds harsh, but you know, you did earn that. Yeah, like, so the Riftborn skill that gives you plus output from your citizens needs to be changed. I'm sure it will be changed shortly. We should not get used to the game playing like this. Yeah, because it's not going to play like this for too much longer. I can't imagine. Amplitude is aware of the thing they have done here. Yeah, I think the biggest problem, honestly, everything about it is overpowered. But I think the biggest problem might actually be the influence output, because if we were anybody else, we could have just bought the galaxy, right? Like, look at that. Alright, so let's just blaze through this real quick. Ooh, look at that. Hold on. The platform of Wise? I love the fact that so many of the anomalies have actual physical appearance. Ooh. Okay, you can kind of see the dust ruins now. Sure, minus 10 science on Empire for 10 turns, why not?
Horatio's plans for this galaxy do not...
Yeah, I don't really care what your plans are, Horatio. Look at this go. Look at where this is going. We are past the midpoint of the galaxy right here. I wonder how many turns it would take for our influence circle to cover everything. Because it's expanding really rapidly. A huge amount of this progress is from the last, like, 10 turns. Okay, we killed some Reavers with an arc. Our influence circle is exploring the entire galaxy for us. There we go, there's some science. And there's no universe in which we, I think, do anything that makes this only take one turn. So we're going to finish on 132. Yeah, I was saying, like, we definitely have the... definitely have the economy stuff figured out, but again, this game we are relying on that clearly broken skill. So it's kind of hard to know. I almost wonder if we should not take it in our next game as these guys. Well, it's not something to worry about too much right now, because I don't think we want to play a second game as this faction just yet. First of all, it would be kind of cool if they got fixed before we played as them again, and secondly, we still haven't played with everybody, and so I still don't really know how everybody's stuff works. And I think that that is our next near-term goal should be understanding the mechanics of all the civilizations. And I still have a really poor grasp of what exactly is going on with the Unfallen. So, we did it. Let's see our little our cinematic. We earned it.
The supremacy of our faith has been revealed. For the old demons have been vanquished forever. We will rise virtual and create a new endless age where we are the gods.
Thematically, I think it makes a lot of sense to get a science victory with these guys, right? Because you end up picking up all of the tools of the Endless. That's what they would want to do. Also, I don't know what's up with the actress playing the Vodiani voice, but that is a very strange pronunciation of the word virtual. She says it the same way in one of her, like, when you click on people on the character selects, on the faction select screen, they have a little line, and she says it there too. She said virtual. So yeah, like, I don't know, man. I don't think that game was particularly representative of anything, but at least now we have a pretty good idea of how the Vodiani work, which will help us play them and play against them in the future. So, come back next time. Are the Unfallen the only people we haven't played? You know, we didn't really get a United Empire game in. I played as the United Empire while I was doing that little short learning series, and we didn't even play a full game. So I'll tell you what. Next time, tomorrow, come back. We're going to start a new game as the Unfallen. We're going to play one as the Unfallen, probably win that. Not to, like, toot my own horn or anything, but I think the game is maybe a little bit too easy right now. Then we're going to play as the UE. We'll win a game with them. Those games are going to be, like this game was, pretty fast. I'm not going to be super, super deep diving on how to execute everything correctly. I'm not going to be doing a ton of math just yet. Once we've won a game with everybody, we have an idea of how all of their stuff works, all of their unique techs and stuff. Then we're going to start diving deeper on the mechanics, playing more slowly, trying to get every little thing right, and really see what optimized play looks like. So, I hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. I hope you guys are excited by the thing I just said. I mean, excited is maybe the wrong word. Interested. I don't know how excited anybody is by like, hey, we're going to get more spreadsheety. But come back next time for the next step in that with the Unfallen. And we'll see you then.